Big GST shakeup from milks and medicines going cheaper to luxury cars and gaming getting costlier. This council meet rewires household budgets and corporate strategies. I am CA Pranav Goyal. Let's decode the amendments that actually matter to you. The new rates will apply from 22nd September 2025 for most goods and services. For tobacco and related products, the revised higher rates will be notified separately. Provisional refunds up to 90% for inverted duty and zero rated supplies will also begin through administrative rollout with statutory changes to follow. Everyday items like milk, paneer, chapati, roti, khakra, and parathas are now GST free. Education essentials like erasers, sharpeners, pencils, maps, and notebooks also attract nil GST. Personal care items such as talcum powder, face powder, hair oil, shampoo, toothpaste, and soaps are reduced from 18% to 5%. Learning and hygiene are no longer luxuries in India. Life-saving drugs, including risdiplam, are completely exempt. All medicines, medical instruments, equipment, and surgical gloves now attract only 5% GST, down from 12%. The biggest relief: health and life insurance policies are now GST-free, reduced from 18%. In agriculture, farm machinery, harvesting equipment, irrigation sprinklers, and tractor parts are reduced to 5% GST. Diesel engines up to 1500 horsepower and agriculture tractor engines also now attract 5% GST. This reduces input cost for farmers and supports food price stability. Textile and footwear. Textiles such as sewing thread, man-made fibers, carpets, and handmade shawls are now attracting only 5% GST. Footwears up to 2,500 rupees per pair is reduced from 12% to 5%. This benefits both families and MSMEs in textile hubs. Automobiles. Small cars with petrol or CNG engines up to 1200cc and diesel up to 1500cc are reduced from 28% to 18%. Goods vehicles and chases also drop to 18%. Two-wheelers up to 350cc now attract 18% GST, while those above 350cc will be taxed at 40%. Larger cars and luxury vehicles are also raised to 40%. Affordable mobility is encouraged, luxury taxed heavier. Construction and materials. Cement is reduced from 28% to 18%. Marble, granite, sandline bricks, and stone inlay work are down to 5%. But works contract for government, earthwork, related subcontractors, and offshore oil and gas contracts rise from 12% to 18%. Luxury and sin goods. Tobacco products such as pan masala, cigarettes, gutkha, and zarda will attract 40% GST instead of 28%. Luxury vehicles, aircrafts for personal use, yachts and casinos, betting and online gaming are also taxed at 40%. The message is clear: discourage harmful and luxury consumptions. Handcrafts, wooden, stone, and metal handicrafts, pottery, handmade paper, furniture, idols, paintings, sculptures, and antiques now attract only 5% GST. This boosts artisans and improves competitiveness of exports. Food and beverages. Cheese, butter, dried fruits, pastas, juices, and prepared foods are now reduced to 5%. Staple items like bread and paneer are nil rated, but carbonated, caffeinated, and sugary aerated drinks rise sharply from 28% to 40%. GST Tribunal. The long-awaited GST Appellate Tribunal will accept before the end of September 2025, start hearings by December 2025, and clear backlogs by June 2026. This means faster resolution and more certainty for taxpayers. Trade facilitation from November 1st, 90% provisional refunds will be system-driven. Export refund for small courier and postal exports will no longer have thresholds. A simplified registration with auto approval within 3 days will be available for low-risk applicants. Small sellers on e-commerce can now supply across states without needing a separate place of business in each state. Post-sales discounts. The requirement of pre-supply agreement for discounts is removed. Discounts can now be passed through credit notes under Section 34. There is no input tax credit reversal for commercial discounts. This reduces disputes and clarifies treatment of discounts. Intermediary services. Section 13(8)(b) of IGST Act is deleted. Place of supply for intermediary services will now be location of the recipient, making exports eligible for zero rating benefits. This is a huge relief for IT, outsourcing, and broking service providers. Local delivery via e-commerce. Local delivery services remain at 18% GST, but will fall under e-commerce operator liability when suppliers are unregistered. This ensures cleaner compliance for gig economy delivery. Green energy. Solar heaters, panels, windmills, biogas, and waste-to-energy devices all fall to 5% GST. Fuel cell and hydrogen vehicles also now attract only 5% GST. This is a push for clean technology adoption. Paper and stationery exercise book papers and pulps are nil rated or 5%, while some printing papers and boards increase to 18%. School supplies get cheaper, but manufacturers must choose inputs carefully. Coal and cement. Coal, lignite, and peat rise from 5% to 18% with the clean energy policy. Cement families drop from 28% to 18%, reducing construction cost. To summarize, in total, 391 items are impacted. 21 September is the big date for most of the changes. November 1st brings refunds and simplified registration. Businesses must update pricing, contracts, and ERP codes now. From roti, kapda, dawa, and gadi getting cheaper to casinos, cigars, and SUVs getting costlier, this is a GST reset that impacts everyone. I'm CA Pranav Goel. Follow me for more sharp tax and finance breakdowns that save your money and headaches. Thank you. Jai Hind.